Okay, welcome. So today I'm going to be offering a reflection about relationships, and especially relationships during lockdown, when there's a struggle, when you're living on top of each other, and this is especially for men, and what we can do as men to turn this relationship from challenge into thriving. So enjoy. Okay, so for here in the UK, I think we're coming up for just over 2 weeks on this lockdown, and yeah, I'm hearing from different areas that it's a challenge for many. This having suddenly to spend so much time inside and to be around our partners and our families. And for some, it's really bringing up a lot of stuff. So today I thought I would offer a reflection about what to do if you are feeling this struggle in relationship, and what you can do. And my work is mainly with men, and therefore I will be talking mainly from a perspective of a man. So the first thing is, for me, this is what my wife was sharing with me the other night, and saying really what a woman wants to feel from a man is to feel safe. And I've told you this before, Tony Robbins, John Wineland, who is a student of David Data, both have watched workshops that they've done, and in it they've asked the women to put their hands up if they felt, over the last month, they felt unsafe. And over 95% of them have put their hands up. Then when he's asked the men to do the same, out of a crowd of 1,000 men, say 3 men have put their hands up who has felt unsafe over the past month. So that just gives you this sense that a lot of women feel unsafe. And what my wife was sharing with me is that what women want is to feel safe. And with the current circumstances, the chances are that she potentially is not feeling safe. Things are really changing. Things are happening. Maybe she is feeling safe because she's at home. And yet, as men, it's really to be aware of that our job is to make our partners feel safe. How do we do this? So how we do this as men is by learning to be present. And what that means is like being fully here in the moment. Most of us as men, especially in the West, as we go up into our heads, we're thinking. Rather than being there with our women, our partners, we're in our heads going, I wonder what they think about this, or work, we live in our heads. Part of the reason for that is, as boys, we've learned that to feel is dangerous, and if we show tears, we're bullied. So we learn to go into our heads. So this is a really good practice. Why, and my wife was saying the other night, this thing about that women give us that gift to help us become more conscious, to help us become more present. And sometimes it's not pleasant. That's the reality, guys. Reality is sometimes when our wife will point things out to us, it can hurt on one level. And yet our work is to not take it personally, to feel it. David Data talks about this, so does John Wineland, this feeling when a woman is, say, criticizing you, or you can feel that you've hurt your woman. Emotionally, it's like to breathe down your front and up your back. You breathe in, down the front and up the back. You're opening the body and you feel this. And sometimes tears might come up, but you don't collapse, you don't run away. It's like, I can't handle it. It's like, no, a man, to help his partner feel safe, breathes into the discomfort. Breathing down the front, up the back. Breathing in, down the front, up the back. So it's like this openness that I can hold it. I can hold when you're there, you're upset. And what will happen is when you do that, your partner, your woman, will feel more safe. More stuff might bubble up. But it's so important for us as men. I've mentioned in another video a few years ago, this thing that when a woman is angry, a lot of men will either do one of 5 things, and only one of them works. 5 things are: they'll run away, they'll try and fix them, they'll try to kind of justify themselves. What's the other one? I've forgotten what the other one is. But the final one is just to be present, to be there for them, and just saying, I'm not going anywhere. Sometimes, yeah, your woman wants to be on her own, but there are times when what she's wanting is to feel safe, that you're not going to try and fix her, you're not going to justify your actions, you're not going to run away, you're just going to hold space and make her and help her to feel safe. So, I'm going to give you some tips and techniques just as for men, really, and if this is a woman listening to this, then please pass this on to your men. Share this. And just to let you know that tomorrow I am doing a live webinar, live circle for men, and you can find details of that. Essentially, it's 8 o'clock UK time. I'll put details into the description, and that is for men, and you can access that by going to my website. So, some of the things you can do. So what I'm saying is that I could talk about this for hours. I'm just going to give you a few pointers. I'll go into more detail tomorrow. So the first thing is, helping your woman to feel safe is lots of eye contact. Lots of eye contact and really listening to her, not being in your head thinking about something else, really being present. Okay, the next thing is lots of specific praise. Yeah? So you've got your partner's there and she does something specific, like she's maybe the way she moves, or the dress she's wearing, or the way she's put her makeup on, or her hair. It's like, really praising in the moment, feeling that. God, you look beautiful today. I love the way you're holding that dress, wearing that dress. Yeah? So that's really important when we're on lockdown. The specificity that we need to praise a woman. The feminine thrives from praise. The masculine thrives through having things pointed out to him, or the masculine. So feminine. Women and men have masculine and feminine. I won't go into detail here. So that's important. If you want your woman to become more feminine, then praise her. Praise her. Yeah, you've got a lot on your mind, but David Data talks about 5 times praise her in a day. Next thing is about not snapping. Naomi Wolf, in her book Vagina, which is a great book, my wife recommended I read it, and I put off reading it actually, but I picked it up on Sunday, and it's like, wow, it's really great, the scientific research and the tools and techniques. And in there she just says, for men it's important that we don't snap. And John Gray, who wrote the book Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus, he said in the interview recently that when a man goes into anger, he goes into his feminine. That's when our testosterone drops. So when we're snapping, when we're going into we're going into our feminine, and we're making our woman feel less safe. So what's really, really important is that you don't snap. If you're feeling irritated, take care of yourself. Hold the space for her. And I've mentioned this before about lots of hugs, touching, going in, giving her a really big hug, just really appreciating her, praise, and then, maybe stroking her hair. It said, Naomi Wolf says, by stroking your hair, your partner's hair, when you're dealing with a difficult topic, it makes it go in more easily for her. And the final thing I just want to share is, what energy are you giving your partner? You know, if you're grumpy, you're miserable, and you're going to her, you know, it's like, yeah, you know, it says with a woman, it's like how you've been over the last 24 hours is how, you know, it kind of affects her. So therefore, if you've been all the time, that's gonna, you know, negatively affect her. So it's really important at these times to take care of yourself, fill yourself up as a man. So therefore you come into the room where your partner is and you give her that praise, you give her that love, you feel that real joy and you give that to her. Yeah. And because a lot of us as men, we're not conscious that we're struggling, and we just we snap, we judge, we kind of say things, and it doesn't help our women to feel safe. So yeah, just some ideas here, and like I say, at the end, 8 p.m. Thursday the 9th of April, I'll be doing a live webinar again. You can find more details below, and I will also put a link. What I'm going to say, it's the easiest, just because a lot of people have been going on to webinars and not necessarily being respectful. So in order to get the link, you're going to need to just sign up to my email list, and I'll send out a link an hour beforehand. So if you can do that, if you want to join in, and I'll just talk about how we deal with these challenging times. I'll talk more about, you know, if you're separated from your partner, what you can do. I'll teach some practices, and there'll be a chance for you as men to share where you're at as well. So yeah, if you've got any questions, anything you'd like me to talk about, please do let me know. And as always, you know, really take care of yourself. This is a challenging time for many, and therefore, yeah, take care. You know, get to bed early, eat well, sleep well, meditate. Really see this. This is an amazing time to be alive. It really is. I'm seeing that the meditation, the practice we're doing is affecting humanity. It's affecting Mother Earth. And so it's really important that you keep going. So, yeah, many blessings to you, and yeah, may you be well.